All right, I want to start by giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, great millstones. Salutations to the elect out there. All right, I want to do a quick lesson going into this guy right here. His name is Neil deGrasse Tyson and how he's an unbeliever. So I'm going to start with this scripture right here. In Psalms, let's see, I'm going to read Psalms 53. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, "The fool have said in his heart, there is no God. Corrupt are they. They have done abominable iniquity. There is none that doeth good." You see? Verse 2, "God looketh down from heaven upon the children of man to see if there were any that did understand, that did seek Yahweh, or that did seek the Most High." It says, "Every one of them is gone back. They are altogether become filthy. There is none that doeth good, no, not one." All right, let's play this video about this unbeliever.
Creator?
Yeah, so I'm the...
Do you believe in God?
Me?
Creator?
Yeah, so I'm the more...
I'm going to speed it up some. So I'm going to get a copyright strike. You know how this devil does.
The more I look at the universe, just the less convinced I am that there is something benevolent going on. So if your concept of a creator is someone who's all-powerful and all good, that's not an uncommon pairing of powers that you might describe to a creator. All-powerful and all good. And I look at disasters that afflict Earth and life on Earth: volcanoes, hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, disease, pestilence, congenital birth defects. You look at this list of ways that life is made miserable on Earth by natural causes. And I just ask, how do you deal with that? So philosophers rose up and said, if there is a God, God is either not all-powerful or not all good. I have no...
And he's not all good, because the Lord create peace and makes evil. Let's get that. Let's get that. Let's see, create evil, because the Lord does all things. He's both good. He creates good and evil. You see, the Lord is balanced. Yeah, darn. Create evil. Here we go. This is Isaiah 45:7. It says, "I form the light, I create darkness, I make peace, and I create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things." You see? So the Lord is both. He creates good and creates evil. So that much he understands. All right, let's keep watching.
No problems. If as we probe the origins of things, we bump up into the bearded man. If that shows up, we're good to go. Okay? Not a problem. There's just no evidence of it. And this is why religions are called.
You see, he said there's no evidence of the Most High. When you see that he created all things, let's get this scripture. Let's see. Without excuse. I mean, the evidence is right in your face. All right, this is Romans. It says 1:20. It says, "For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen." How? By the things that are created, being understood by the things that are made. You see? Even his eternal power and Godhead, so they are without excuse. So he said he needs proof. You're an idiot. Look at what he says. Go back.
If there is a God, God is either not all-powerful or not all good. I have no problems. If as we probe the origins of things, we bump up into the bearded man. If that shows up, we're good to go. Okay? Not a problem. There's just no evidence of it. And this is why.
He says there is no evidence of the Most High. What an idiot. When you clearly see the sun, the moon, and the stars, who made them? The earth that you walk on, who made it? You were created, you fool.
This is why religions are called faiths, collectively. Because you believe something in the absence of evidence.
In the absence of evidence, this dude is a fool.
That's what it is. That's why it's called faith. Otherwise, we would call all religions evidence. But we don't, for exactly that reason. So I'm...
He's double-minded. He's trying to make points by using mundane points.
Given what everyone describes to be the properties that would be expressed by an all-powerful being in the gods that they worship, I look for that in the universe and I don't find it.
Now he's trying to compare the Most High to other gods. When the scriptures say all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens, he is a fool.
So I remain unconvinced. But if you've got some good evidence, bring it, okay? And so...
No point, you're an unbeliever, and you shall die as an unbeliever. You should be afflicted.
I don't lead with that information because what I believe should be irrelevant to anyone. It's not about me. It's about the real world.
Do you believe in God?
Me?
Creator?
Yeah,
All right. Now watch. Now this video happened 6 years ago. Now I'm going to read you a scripture and I'm going to show you another video where the Most High is afflicting him because he's a fool. Now let's get this scripture. All right, this is Psalms 107 and 17. It says, fools because of their transgression and because of their iniquity are afflicted. Now, didn't I just read in the previous scripture that it said the fool have said in his heart there is no God? Corrupt are they. They have done abominable iniquity. There is none that do it good. He's an unbeliever, you see, which means he doesn't believe in a higher power. He believes in himself. He believes that man created this. Now, watch this video right here. I'm going to play it. Let's see. First, I'm going to play this one. As you can see, let's see. A lot of these videos says Neil deGrasse Tyson accused of sexual misconduct 4 years ago. You see? Being afflicted. Neil deGrasse Tyson faces sexual misconduct investigation. All right, let me play this. 4 years ago. Play a little bit of this.
Breaking news tonight, the host of Cosmo's Possible Worlds, Neil deGrasse Tyson, is under investigation for allegations of sexual misconduct. Fox and National Geographic Networks are looking into claims published in Pathos.com. Now, in that article, one woman claims deGrasse Tyson groped her at an event back in 2009. Another woman claims she quit her job as Tyson deGrasse's assistant after repeated inappropriate sexual advances.
All right, let's read it again. Psalms 107 and 17. Fools, because of their transgression and iniquity are afflicted. Looks like he was being afflicted 4 years ago and 6 years ago. Now let's watch another video, then we'll get some more scriptures. We'll get about another scripture. All right, it says what? Neil deGrasse Tyson on why he doesn't believe in God, you see? See what that says? Neil deGrasse Tyson on why he doesn't believe in God. Which God? There are 18,000 gods. You see, he doesn't understand. Let's play a little bit of this.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. You always show up, no matter how... Medella, the mark of a fighter.
One has ever made about the existence or the power of a divine force operating in the universe.
All right.
Well, in 2014, you did an interview, and they asked you, what do you think about God? And you said, I remain unconvinced by any claims anyone has ever made about the existence or the power of a divine force operating in the universe. Right?
Yeah, I would have said something like that, for sure.
Right, and, since
then... By the way, just to be clear, what's probably missing from your extracted quote is the setup for that, which would be, is there a particular God you have in mind that you want me to comment on? Huh, okay.
You see? He's double-minded. He doesn't know the true and living power. He's focusing on he's leaning on his own understanding and what he's heard. See, he knows that there are other gods out here, but who he doesn't know is the true and living power. Like it showed like he said in the other video, you would have to show him evidence, but there's evidence all around him and he still can't see it. He's blinded. He is spiritually blinded.
Because if you go online and in a Google search, you type Gods worshipped by humans. There's a tally of all the gods ever worshipped by humans in the history of civilization. And it just goes screen after screen after screen after screen. So when you say you believe in God, is it which God? Is it Zeus? Is it Poseidon? Is it the Jewish God? Is it the Christian God?
The Jewish God, you see? He's talking about those fake Jews over there. You see? He doesn't even know the real God, the one that created the heavens and the earth, the sun, the moon, and the stars.
because the Jewish God from the Old Testament is filled with wrath. Okay, all right, and
he said he's filled with wrath. You see, just wrath. You see, when I clearly read to you, he creates good. He creates good, and I mean he makes peace and create evil. The Lord is balance. So yeah, he's double-minded, which is he's unstable in all his ways.
smoting and smiting and whatever the past tense verb is, and so and the New Testament, God is kinder. Right?
Nice, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you look at all of this and say, is that the God you want me to comment on, or is there some other God? Typically, it's the Judeo-Christian.
Oh, now that's what he did. He separated the Most High from the Old Testament and the New Testament. Look,
Is filled with wrath. Okay.
see, look.
Screen after screen. So when you say you believe in God, is it which God? Is it Zeus? Is it Poseidon? Is it the Jewish God? Is it the Christian God? Because the Jewish God from the Old Testament is filled with wrath. Okay, all right, and smoting and smiting and whatever the past tense verb is, and so and the New Testament, God is kinder. Right?
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
See, so he just distinguished the Most High as being the New Testament God. Well, he just made a distinction. He made it seem like the Most High is two different gods, one in the Old Testament, one in the New Testament. See, so he's double-minded.
All right. So you look at all of this and say, is that the God you want me to comment on, or is there some other God? Typically, it's the Judeo-Christian blend there. In that context,
He said Judeo-Christian. You see, bugged out.
I would say in my studies of the universe, I value evidence, and I don't see evidence for any kind of active intelligence.
Did you just hear that? Did you just hear that? He was made and given a mind. He can't even see a thought, but he can think of a thought. What an idiot.
Or power over anything.
Yeah,
But if you had evidence, show it to me. I'm all in.
Well, I mean, you said you don't like to be labeled an atheist, more agnostic.
Yeah.
And the definition of agnostic is a person who believes that nothing is known or can be known of the existence or nature of God.
I'm not,
Or
I'm not-
anything.
agnostic comes closer to what I am than atheist does.
Yeah.
But all that rest of that baggage that agnostic carries is off the edges for me.
Okay.
So the reason why I disavow the atheist title is very simple. The most visible atheists today say things, do things, and
This guy said God in the Old Testament is full of wrath and God in the New Testament. See? So he doesn't understand that that's the same God. What an idiot.
think things that I don't do.
Such as,
He thinks that there's two different powers when the scripture clearly says there is no God with me. Let's go get it. Isaiah 44. Let's see, Isaiah 44. And I'm going to stop the video right here. You can watch it on your time. This got bugged out. Let's see. I know, he says, I know not one. I think it's 43, Isaiah 43. Let's see. Let's see. Wait a minute, I think it's 45. I'm trying to get a quick scripture, then I'll end the lesson. Let me get this scripture. Let me see. I know not one. And clearly he's bugged out. That the God of the Old Testament and the New Testament are the same. All right, I can't find it. Let's see. Let's go back to Isaiah. I know it's in here. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's use this one. Isaiah 45 and 5. It says, I am the Lord, and there is none else. There is no God besides me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me. You see? And there is none else. See? So it's only one God. He said the God of the Old Testament and the God of the New Testament. What an idiot. Look at what he said.
there. In that context, I would say in my studies of the universe, I value evidence and God, because the Jewish God from the Old Testament is filled with wrath. Okay, and smoting and smiting and whatever the past tense verb is, and so and the New Testament, God is kinder. Right?
nice, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you look at all of this and say, is that the God you want me to comment on, or is there some other God? Typically,
So yeah, he's trying to distinguish the Most High as being two different gods, a God of the Old Testament. He's trying to make the Most High into two gods. You see? The Most High is the Old Testament God, and then there's a New Testament God. So yeah, he's trying to turn the Most High, which is one God, the true God, into two different gods, the God of the Old Testament and the God of the New Testament. Yeah, he's bugged out. But you can watch this video in your own time. Any lesson here, all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Kakadash. Shalom.